Hello everyone, Gabe here from the Uplay team here at Massive, and today we want to talk to you about some of the PC details the Ghost Recon Breakpoint team revealed at the beginning of the month. PC is at the heart of the Ghost Recon franchise, and it goes all the way back to 2001. Breakpoint has been built from the ground up on PC, and in this video we want to talk to you about some of the details and some of the things the team has been working on to make sure that you're provided with the best PC experience. It goes without saying, but when you talk about a great PC experience, performance is a key part of that. Thanks to a lot of the dedicated efforts from the team, we're working on providing you with the smoothest experience possible that takes full advantage of the hardware available to you. This of course means uncapped FPS. On a similar note, there's also the visual versus FPS performance balance to take into account. We're putting this in your hands completely with a wide range of graphics options that are being implemented, allowing you to tweak and benchmark to your heart's content. For all you ultra-wide monitor lovers out there, the game will support ultra-wide resolutions of course, as well as multi-monitor support. That of course though means that you'll have to share your battle station pictures with us so we can bask in all of its glory. You don't actually have to, but we'd really like you to. You'll also be able to enable HDR for all of you with HDR compatible hardware to give you all those brilliant brights and deepest darks. And of course, you'll also be able to put your variable refresh rate monitors to use, such as FreeSync, for that tear-free experience. So what does that all mean in terms of hardware? Well, luckily we have some PC specs, so let's take a look at them. Starting off with the minimum setting, which is using the low graphical preset in-game at 1080p. For operating systems, you're going to need Windows 7, 8.1, or 10, and on the CPU side, you're going to want an AMD Ryzen 3 1200 or an Intel Core i5 4460. You need 8 gigs of RAM, and for the GPU, you'll need an AMD Radeon R9 280X or an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 960, the 4 gig version. Onto recommended, we're using the high graphical preset in-game, also at 1080. It has the same operating system requirements with Windows 7, 8.1, or 10, and on the CPU side, you'll want an AMD Ryzen 5 1600 or an Intel Core i7 6700K. You'll need the same 8 gigs of RAM, and on the GPU side, you'll need an AMD Radeon RX 480 or an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060, the 6 gig version. Next up we have Ultra, which is using the Ultra graphical preset in-game at 1080p. For operating systems, you'll need Windows 10, and on the CPU side, you'll want an AMD Ryzen 7 1700X or an Intel Core i7 6700K. It requires 16 gigs of RAM, and on the GPU side, you'll want an AMD Radeon 5700 XT or an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080. Stepping it up to the Ultra 2K settings, which is again using the Ultra graphical preset in-game at a 2K resolution, which is 2560x by 1440. Again, you'll need Windows 10, and for CPU, you're looking at an AMD Ryzen 7 1700X or an Intel Core i7 6700K. Again, you're looking at 16 gigs of RAM, and on the GPU side, you're looking at the same AMD Radeon 5700 XT or an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. Finally, onto the Elite specs, which is using the Ultra graphical preset in-game in a 4K resolution. You'll need Windows 10, and for the CPU, you're looking at an AMD Ryzen 7 2700X or an Intel Core i7 7700K. You'll need 16 gigs of RAM, and for your graphics card, you're looking at an AMD Radeon 7 or an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080. It's not only important that we give you the ability to customize all your graphical and performance settings, but the team has also made sure that you have the ability to customize all your inputs and key bindings as well. The game supports simultaneous device inputs that allow you to connect any Windows-compatible or recognized device. The team's goal is to really allow you to remove any barriers that stop you from playing the game the way you want. As part of our efforts to bring you the best experience on PC, we've also partnered with the awesome people over at AMD. Fidelity FX is a series of optimized shader-based features that aims to improve render quality by taking all the pixels on your screen and adjusting them individually to give you an even level of sharpness across the entire image, so you end up with a more natural visual sharpness. And also improve performance by collapsing multiple effects into fewer shader passes to reduce overhead and free up your GPU to do other things. So in short, you'll have a higher quality image, one that feels more natural, and will offer better performance so you can squeeze out all those precious frames. We've also worked with our friends over at Discord to implement rich presence within their client. So if you have a friend or someone maybe hanging out in a server playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint, you'll be able to get a bit more information about what they're up to in-game. On top of that, we've also partnered with the team over at Tobii to implement their eye tracking technology. This will allow you to do things like clean up your UI, aim, mark targets, and extend your view all by just looking at it. Additionally, we're also working on all new implementation that allows you to use the eye tracking technology in menu navigations. Finally, we have something that I'm almost uncontrollably excited for, which is the standalone benchmark. As a free download in Uplay, you'll be able to pick up this benchmark to check out the performance of the game on your hardware. We want to give you the tools you need to better understand how the game will perform and of course, show off the results with your friends. Thank you for watching everyone. We hope that gives you some more information about what you can expect from the PC version of Ghost Recon Breakpoint. If you haven't already, make sure you register for their upcoming beta, which you can do through the link in the description below. Should you be craving more information about the game, you can head over to their dedicated channel or their website, which you'll also find linked in the description below. But until next time, see you later.